Julie? There's definitely something wrong here. Can you help me out, Julie? So, you've noticed? She will always turn me down. Forever and ever. And I don't know how I get... Because it's your subconscious. My what? It's you who created this room where you've been hanging about, being repeatedly turned down, just as you thought you might be. I don't understand. Fine. Here. I'll show you the memory you sealed away. I killed her. The cake is ready. It's the perfect time for me to confess my love to her. Or do I have to confess to her? What if I'm rejected? Liza's so independent. Maybe she doesn't need someone like me. Then how long should I wait here? I'm done with this. I didn't get to read that. I hope you guys can. I think I just got hit by a car. A kid's been hit by a car. He's seriously injured. Call 911. Guys, I can read fast, but this is pushing it a little. So I didn't stab her? There was an accident. I was hit by a car. You were. You died. So, I am dead. Your feelings of regret wouldn't allow your soul to pass on, so you chose to forget about your death and made yourself this cute prison. To show it more directly... Oh, I'm a little will-o-wisp. I'm a little will-o-wisp. My name is Willie. So that's how matters stand. The Liza here is a hallucination, right? I didn't hurt her, did I? No, you didn't. This place is merely a reflection of your inner world. In the real world, Liza's still doing her homework right now, blissfully unaware of what has happened to you. That's good, then. By the way, you may end up becoming an evil spirit if you continue to cling to your obsessions here in your prison. If that time comes, I don't know if you'll end up doing something to hurt Liza in the real world, but that doesn't seem to be an issue for now. It may take some time for me to accept all of this. Wait, but that raises the question. Who are you? I thought you were one of my classmates, but clearly you're not. Just a devil passing by. What? Devil? I thought that would be easy for you to understand, given that you've accepted yourself as being a ghost so easily. Anyway, I just happened to be passing by when I found your sorry little soul just lying around. So I entered, found myself a seat, and waited for the chance when I could claim it for myself. Claim my soul for yourself? Your soul would have been mine if you had lost your mind. So, you were here to take my soul? Like, the Grim Reaper? You could say that. Anyway, as I'm sure you can tell by now, you don't have anything to do with the real world anymore. I was out from the very beginning. Well, thank you for waiting for me for so long. You're welcome. But seriously, are you ready to come with me now? I am. But before that, I have one last wish. Speak. I can't do anything for her anymore. The cake, please. I hope you can bring it to her for me. No problem. Is that all? Yeah, that's all. Alright, let's go. Take care, Liza. This smell. It's so sweet and so familiar. The car accident took place at a crossing near HB High School at about 7 p.m. The drunk driver hit him by zebra crossing. The boy was then sent to the hospital where he died later that night. I dig it. I really like it. I've really liked the music all the way through. I need to go back and check that music credit when I'm editing this later so that I can go look them up, because I've really enjoyed. And now there's no one there. There's no one there. Can I start it again, even though there's no one there? Interesting. Interesting. I want to know what happens if I click start again. Although she was like, if you continue to not let go, you may lose your mind, so that might be a problem. I might go bananas. But yeah, I really liked the music. I liked the art, like the simple little pixel style. I liked the story, and even though the idea of like, you were dead all along, or it was just a dream, or whatever, like that's a very done story, but I like it here. I don't think just because it's been done before means that it's just immediately bad. I don't believe that at all. Even though I've had people tell me that, like as an artist, they've been like, well, somebody's already drawn that, so why are you bothering to draw that too? Because I wanted to. Because I wanted to draw it in my own way. And I like this story being told in this way. I really... Especially because I kept giving... Like, I kept airing that feeling of, like, this makes me feel like a creep, even though it's Groundhog's Day, and I don't think he remembers it every time. Although in the end, he sort of seemed to be like, yeah, I do remember what's going on. Pardon me for the hiccup. Because if it had not played out with him as, like, he was unable to accept the fact that he died, and he never got to do that, so he was dreaming up all the possible ways she could have told him no, because he was sure that she was going to tell him no. I really prefer the story being that, because it does take away some of that creeper aspect. Like, I absolutely just felt so gross being like, how do I isolate Liza to find a different story ending? I don't like that. That's not good. That's really not good. But if you put it in the context of an anxious mind who can't let go of what could have happened, all the many different ways, like what if he'd changed one thing? What if he'd done it in one other way? It's still, you know, the core idea of just keep trying. What if? Not accepting that first no. Like, I don't like that. We all know that that's a problem in mainstream media, where it's just sort of told, like, if you just keep trying, you'll get the reward, and the reward is the girl. But I don't think... I never thought that was the goal here. And hopefully I expressed that as I was playing, even when I was like, ooh, I feel gross. I don't think that was ever the goal, to present that, and I like how they chose to handle the ending, even with, you know, maybe... not even with, like, just, I like how they chose to handle the ending and the reveal of all of the thing. I'm not sure why it was necessary to kill her to have, like, the true ending of day 15. Like, I'm sure, I'm positive, like, even I could come up with, like, oh, sure, I'll start theory crafting and be like, well, it was a symbolic of my own death. And the blood on the knife was, you know, I could theory craft and say that it was symbolic. But at the end of the day, I'm also like, you know, probably could have done it differently. And I do wish I hadn't stabbed her several times. Several times. Especially stabbed her after she told me she was in love with someone else. Because I don't know, I'd have to go back and watch. But I think every single time I went to that day after was after she told me she was in love with someone else, wasn't it? So there's sort of, I don't know why that part was necessary. And I think it adds an unfortunate cast to the innocence of Willie. Because they, you know, they play him off as innocent, like he didn't know what he was doing. He was just sort of fighting and reliving his own nightmare, trying to not accept that that was his final day. And that, you know, that was his final thought, what he was struggling with his final thought. Anyway, it's a lot of words, a lot of talking, but yeah, I like talking about games. I like talking about games. Why not talk about games? I do like it. Okay, so those are my thoughts on it. I am going to click start again, because Willie is no longer on this screen, and I'm wondering, and I saw before I downloaded it, there were 21 achievements. It's something different. Hydrix. So her name is Hydrix instead of, I keep wanting to call her Lily. Julie. Hydrix, not Julie. Hydrix. Since the soul has been retrieved, this space will disappear once I leave. Although it's not my first time retrieving a wandering soul, this time still feels a little sad. Okay, enough mourning though. Lord Metrix is waiting for me. There's some character profiles on the desk. Would you like to take a look? Yes, I would. Willie, he's a 15-year-old male. Born in a rich family, Willie is just a shy boy who is not so good at studying, and even worse with social interactions. Willie has always thought he himself that he wasn't good enough to be with Liza, at least until the car accident. Liza. That could be Lisa, or even Lisa, but I'm choosing to believe Liza because... Liza? Sorry, Liza. It's the way it's spelled. I know, Kyla, your Liza is probably like, how dare. But it just... I know too many Lisas who spell it with an S to be able to handle the Liza. Female, age 15. As a top student, Liza takes on a part-time job to support her family. To be honest, she feels somewhat comfortable about Willie. Julie, female, it seems like 15. The devil's true name is Hydrix, and was once a human girl. All that is known is that she loves pranks, and it is said that she has been the one pulling the strings the whole time. Can I look in his desk and read his diary? No, I should have left it behind for me to read. I want to read the diary. Oh hey, there's my devil lord. Can I read the books? What's up? No, I can't read the books. There's no day. Can't read what time it is. There's a file on the teacher's desk. Yeah! Music from Presence of Music, sound from On Jean, scripts gaming from... It's a lot of... I do like this. Okay, so I read that. Wow. Statistics. You have completed the game 35 times. Willie has been rejected 19 times. Thank you for playing. Hey, Demon Lord. Metrics. So, did you enjoy it? Quite a lot, yes. Just don't be so wayward next time you accompany me to deal with these sort of affairs. Though I admit, it's interesting to observe these human beings. You were too busy observing to give me proper guidance then, weren't you? Not at all. I was just thinking about how much of a fuss you were making over retrieving this particular soul. That boy... I just couldn't bring myself to do it. It was your decision. I had no place to tell you how to deal with it. Thanks for the vote of confidence, Lord Metrix. It can be somewhat confusing for me to understand why humans are so trapped by their own feelings, but I can certainly assume why you would hold such feelings of sympathy for them. Hey, I felt no compassion for him. Whether you admit it or not is one thing, but those feelings of yours are what very little remains of your past as a human. They are unbefitting of a devil. In any case, I will never understand the feeling of happiness that humans feel, so in that aspect, I shall envy you, Hydrix. Eh? Is that so? I have become overcautious and indecisive in my work since meeting you, just as I'm feeling now. What a pain in the... That's because Lord Metrix is so great. Sometimes I really don't know how to go about dealing with you. Can't close curtains. Alright then. How do I leave? How do I leave? Our business is concluded. I shall destroy this space at once. Come, let us be rid of this place. Okay. Ollies, outies. And then it just stopped recording, or closed my program for me. Interesting. Alright.